legendary rock and roll singer Tina Turner passes away at age 83. After a protracted illness, Tina Turner, a pioneer of rock and roll who rose to fame as a pop icon in the 1980s, passed away at the age of 83. Her health had declined recently. She received a diagnosis of intestinal cancer in 2016 and underwent kidney transplantation in 2017. Mick Jagger said that Turner's high-kicking, energizing live performances served as inspiration for his stage character because of how she confirmed and accentuated black women's early role in rock and roll. After spending 2 decades making music with her controlling husband Ike Turner, she went it alone and, after a few false starts, with the release of the album Private Dancer, became one of the key pop idols of the 1980s. Her life was chronicled in 3 memoirs, a biopic, a jukebox musical, and in 2021, the acclaimed documentary film, Tina. Her spokesman, Bernard Doherty, released the following statement on Wednesday night. Tina Turner, the queen of rock and roll, passed away peacefully today at the age of 83 following a protracted illness in her home in Küsnacht, Switzerland, close to Zurich. She leaves behind a musical legend and a role model for the world. For The Guardian in 2018, academic Daphnia Brooks stated, Turner's musical character has always been a charged combination of mystery as well as light, melancholy mixed with a ferocious vitality that often flirted with danger. Turner was born Anna Bullock on the 26th of November 1939 and raised in Nutbush, Tennessee, where she recalled picking cotton with her family as a child. She sang in the tiny town's church choir, and as a teenager talked, or rather, sang, her way into Ike's band in St. Louis. He had declined her request to join until he heard her seize the microphone during a Kings of Rhythm performance for a rendition of B.B. King's You Know I Love You. Ike gave her the name Tina Turner after seeing her vocal prowess and registered the name as a trademark in case she left him and he wanted to replace her in his show. When Turner attempted to leave the group early on after getting a feel of his erratic nature, he beat her with a wooden shoe stretcher. He immediately turned nasty. In her 2018 memoirs My Love Story, Turner stated that Ike's realization that I was going to be his moneymaker was the day our relationship was doomed. He needed to have psychological and financial control over me so I could never leave him. She made her recorded debut under the name with the Ike and Tina Turner single A Fool in Love in July 1960, which broke the US Top 30 and started a run of respectable chart success, but it was their live performances that made them a sensation. Ike toured the Ike and Tina Turner Revue aggressively on the Chitlin circuit, including in front of desegregated audiences. Such was their commercial power. In 1964, they signed to Warner Bros. Imprint Loma Records, which released their first album to chart, Live, The Ike and Tina Turner Show. In the second half of the 60 seconds, the duo recorded by many of rock's biggest names. Phil Spector produced the 1966 single River Deep, Mountain High. They supported the Rolling Stones in the UK and later the US, and stars including David Bowie, Sly Stone, Cher, Elvis Presley and Elton John came to their Las Vegas residency. They were a chart-making, Grammy-winning force in the 1970s, a run that came to an end when Turner left Ike, who had been consistently violent and unfaithful. In 1976, her last single with the group was Baby, Get It On, from the 1975 film adaptation of The Who's rock opera Tommy, in which she starred as Acid Queen, a character of the same name of her second solo album. In the divorce, finalized in 1978, Turner came away with just 2 cars and the rights to her stage name. Ike fought a little bit because he knew what I would do with it, she said in the documentary Tina. Turner, who had already released 2 solo records, continued pursuing a solo career, though it would take until she released her 5th album, 1984 Seconds Private Dancer, for her to supplant the old image of the shimmying rock and roller and escape premature relegation to the oldies circuit, with one of a powerful, mullet-sporting, leather-clad pop icon. We don't have a wealthy owner like many others, which gives us the flexibility to pursue the truth with abandon and to report it honestly. Your help will enable us to keep up our tenacious and passionate pursuit of bringing you journalism that is never influenced by business or politics. Whether you can contribute a small amount or a large one, do so to support The Guardian's reporting in the years to come. Please consider making a monthly donation of as little as $2 to help us. Setting it up takes less than a minute, and you can be confident that every month, you're helping to support free, independent news. I'm grateful.